Saif, welcome to Past, Present, Future. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you can, please introduce yourself, who you are and what you're doing now.
Thank you very much for having me here. Saif Al Yasi, Iraqi-born, Iraqi national, having an Iraqi nationality, living for the last 18 years in Dubai. I work as a general manager for a medical equipment company and also a coach. The coach can be subdivided into few categories: fitness, nutrition, mindset, masculinity, and relationship.
Very nice, very nice. So instead of starting your journey at the beginning, we'd like to go a little bit before the beginning. So if you can just give me a short description or describe your parents for me.
My parents. My father is a general surgeon. He studied in the UK, in Edinburgh, actually. So that's the time that we had to move to the UK and live there for 6 years, I think. And my mother's an Arabic teacher who stopped teaching because we had to go with my father. So I was raised at an early age in the UK, so my first language was English.
Interesting.
Yes.
So first language, English.
Yeah.
So you're, from what your parents did, it's quite an academic.
Yes.
Coming from quite an academic family. Did the academia run through you? Was it kind of in your blood?
Yes.
Or?
Yes.
Okay. And
yes.
with everyone, siblings, do you have any siblings?
I do. I have 3 sisters younger than me, and I'm the only boy, the eldest one. Yes, it's a very academic environment. Books, lectures, academy, PhD. It runs through the whole family around me, not just my father.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So born in Iraq.
Born in Iraq.
And then moved to London at what age?
Very young age, I think 2, 3.
Okay, so actually...
I opened my eyes.
You opened your eyes in London, really?
Yes.
Whereabouts in London were you?
Woolwich, next to Greenwich.
Okay,
yeah.
so south, east, southwest?
Somewhere,
like
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was that? I mean, there wouldn't have been a culture shock for you, but I'm assuming in the house would have been an Iraqi household. Because both parents are Iraqi.
Yeah.
But then how did you feel living in London? Did you feel quite settled? Did you feel like you fit in at the time?
The moment I started realizing what's happening around me and remembering until this day, like the very early days, I felt very comfortable there. I was adapted because I think I was very young.
So young, yeah.
So when I started going to school, it was already there. So it was an international school. So there were many different
People
nationalities. Yeah. So, and I think they have a smart system over there at that time. We're talking about early 80s. They know how to capture the child and make an environment healthy for them. So I felt like very much welcomed at that time. And it's the opposite when I returned back to Iraq in the 1990. I felt uncomfortable.
And what age was that? How old were you?
I was 10.
10 years old, okay. Yeah. 10 years old in England, you're about to go into secondary school, which is already, I mean, at that age, you are mature enough to kind of make decisions and be very aware of your surroundings. Yeah. So how was that? Were you warned? Were you told, okay, we're going back to Iraq, this is what's happening? Or did it feel like it happened so quickly?
It happened so quickly, but I was very much excited to see the relatives there because we're more of a family oriented. You know, Iraqis are all about family and gathering together. It's very warm, and like I haven't seen them for years.
In those years from 2 until 10, had you been back to Iraq or no?
No.
Okay.
Wait a second. I think we did, but I cannot recall.
Okay.
I think me, my mom, and my sister, we did go for a few days, yes.
What's interesting sometimes with people who migrate as a family, once you move from, for example, Iraq to England, people become automatically more patriotic of back home. Yeah. So as a kid who doesn't remember Iraq, you're probably hearing your parents talk about Iraq and, you know, your family in Iraq. So there's kind of this excitement, I guess, about Iraq and this...
It wasn't about Iraq. I never heard anything about Iraq. I heard a lot about my relatives and like every single individual. And I was like excited to meet my grandfather, my grandmother, and how she was raising me when I was like very young, like an infant. And then my auntie, who was like my elder sister, who was looking forward for me to come back, and my sister as well. And then, like this was my small Iraq that I was looking for. I didn't know anything about Iraq
of course,
at that time.
Makes sense, right? Yeah,
and even my parents, like the only thing that I know about Iraq is like we speak Arabic and we have to speak Arabic. And I still remember like me and my sister, we were arguing and the argument was at our room in English. And I remember my father was very angry. He used to come, open the door the moment he sees or hears us talking and arguing and playing in English. It's like, no, use Arabic when you're at home.
Amazing.
So this was a very important point that my father implanted in us, is like not to lose the language because we are in a place where English was very much spoken everywhere.
Of course, school
and TV. Friends, after school friends, whatever. It's English. So the moments we speak Arabic was the only time that we had to speak but it was more easier and more comfortable. And I'm seeing it even with my kids now. It's more easier and comfortable to speak English rather than Arabic or any other language.
So I guess it's like it's something you have to actually actively do, right?
Yeah.
Because you work in English. Dubai you can get by in English in Dubai. You don't need to speak Arabic, right?
But it's a privilege to speak your own native
100%.
language, and you not just only speak it, but you know the grammars and. I still remember when I went back, I was struggling. Luckily, my mother was an Arabic Arabic teacher. So she was very much tough with me and my sisters to learn the proper grammar and proper Arabic. And then from my father, he was also like pushing and checking on us from time to time. So now that I grew up in a country which is Arabic country, I see so many grammar mistakes in the writings of Arabic because it's not the Arabic people writing it. They rely on different nationalities, non-Arabic speakers like Pakistanis, Indians who know how to write or make the writings. So it's very, very critical and crucial. And then the other side is like, it makes your life easier. So me speaking both good English and perfect Arabic at my job, when I go and meet someone Arabic, without being no one, just the moment I speak the proper Arabic, I'm like, it's a gate opener for me.
Exactly.